Earlier this week, Broadsword did a live stream telling us what we can expect with update 7.8. As usual, what we're interested in here on this channel is the story and story adjacent stuff, so that's what I'll be focusing on in this video. So I won't be talking about PvP Season 9 or the new items coming to the cartel market because I don't really care about those things. But there's still quite a lot to talk about. It was a pretty hefty stream at about an hour and a half, so let's just get right into it. As usual, we'll start with the basics, which is the date. When can we expect this thing to come out? And unfortunately, we didn't get a concrete date. All we really have is December 2025, which we sort of already knew anyway. But according to Keith at the very end of the stream, he told us that this update will be coming out before the anniversary, which will begin on December 16th. He also noted that it would not be in the first week of December, so apparently we will be getting it in the second week of December. So with that out of the way, let's get into the story stuff. I will start by saying that this update will in fact contain the story update Galactic Threads, and it will have full English voice acting. However, the French and German version of the story will launch with English voices and French and German subtitles. They said they will add in the French and German voices as soon as they can. As to the story itself, apparently we'll be tracking down quite a few things, hence the name Galactic Threads. It will begin right where we left off with Desperate Defiance, that is, Shay has freed Darth Malgus and our characters have acquired the holocron. Finally. So we'll be trying to track down Malgus and Shay. We'll still be looking into what the holocron is and what it contains. Of course, we still have to deal with the hidden chain, and we're still trying to figure out what Malgus is actually up to. To do all this, we'll have to visit several worlds around the galaxy, and here's where we're going to be getting into some spoilers. Not a lot, nothing that they haven't told us in the stream, but if you don't want to know anything, then it's time to back out now. We'll be visiting Ilum to investigate the Emperor's Crest space station. Apparently, we have sent a team to investigate it, and they have gone missing, so we're there to figure out what happened to them. We'll be going to Dantooine, and we'll be teaming up with the Kavi Spar to track down a defector from the hidden chain. And we'll be visiting Nar Shaddaa with Talos Drellic, because he needs somebody to help him track down something that he needs there to continue their investigation into Ilum, because apparently they found something pretty big. We'll also be teaming up again with Jakaya and Ras Ordo, who are feeling pretty betrayed by what Shay has done, so they want to help us put things right. And we'll be heading back to Ilum to check out the dig site, which they said has expanded quite a bit. They said there'll be several things for us to do and check out there. Hopefully we'll learn what the big thing is that they have found. Lana will also be joining us again as a companion on some of these errands. I know that'll make a lot of people pretty happy. However, I'm not one of them. And at some point we will also be interacting with Anri and Arn because we need our faction minders to make us feel like the outsiders we are. Now on paper, this looks like quite a substantial story update. However, how much of that is going to be fully voiced content as opposed to KOTOR style content is anybody's guess. I, being the pessimist that I am, suspect that a lot of this is going to be KOTOR style. For example, I'm thinking that the stuff that we're going to do on Dantooine with Akavi and the stuff that we're going to do on Nar Shaddaa with Talos will probably be KOTOR style. Hopefully I'm wrong, and of course it could still be good either way. I know, but we'll just have to wait and see. That's all the information we were given about the story coming up in 7.8. However, at the end of the stream, the game's executive producer, Keith Koenig, came on and told us that in his next quarterly producer letter, he would be giving us a roadmap for all of next year, including the story updates. He also mentioned that they were wrapping up this story, the whole story from 7.0. So this whole Legacy of the Sith storyline will be wrapping up fairly soon. Obviously not after 7.8, because we still have Master's Enigma to come with 7.8.1, and who knows what still to come after that, but fairly soon. And to be honest, I was really glad to hear that this story would finally be ending. It's kind of dragged on way too long, and I don't think I'm alone in feeling that way. But the question is, what comes next? Will there be more story updates? And he insists that yes, there will be, and he seemed to imply that the roadmap would tell us a little about what we can expect from those updates. That's all we really have for the story update. They gave us a little more information about the dynamic encounters that are coming to Dantooine. We talked a little about that in a previous video, so I won't really go into all of that, except to say that in order to unlock the stronghold, you will not have to kill the boss. This boss is a true 4-man boss. You are supposed to have 2 DPS, a tank and a healer to take him on, and he will be a master boss. So he's not going to be an easy boss to take down, though by progressing the reputation track, you can make him easier apparently. However, to get the stronghold, all you need to do is advance the reputation track. And in order to unlock the full stronghold, you will have to max out the reputation track. And all you need to do to advance the reputation track is complete dynamic encounters. You don't have to do the boss, unless of course you want to. And now for some dates. As we've mentioned before, the subscriber login tokens will be coming to an end on December 9th. If you haven't spent them by then, they will disappear. Life Day is back, so get ready to throw snowballs and hug some Wookiees for a new mount. It will begin on December 16th and run through January 13th. 2026. This December will mark the game's 14th anniversary, and the anniversary event will begin on the 16th of December and run through January 6th, 2026. Along with the usual anniversary vendor, the event will also bring a 50% collections unlock sale and a new Havoc-inspired Astromech mini-pet. And the Double XP event will begin on December 23rd and run through January 6th, 2026. And I will also mention that right now, there is also a 50% collections unlock sale that will run through December 9th. And finally, they left us with the new 7.8 key art. I guess at least it doesn't have a coal in it. So there you have it, a look at what we can expect coming up with the story in 7.8 and a little beyond. But let us know what you think. Are you glad that the game is finally getting a roadmap after all of these years of not having one? Are you happy to hear that the story is maybe starting to wrap up sometime soon? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoy this kind of content, why not give us a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.